you understand?
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
It's not that people are willing to take the risk. It's sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
Back in the day, it was made known. Let he without sin be the one that cast the first stone. Now you can judge me based on what you see. It may make you feel better, but it don't make you better than me. The only way to achieve true wealth is through mental, physical, and spiritual health. The only true way to love oneself is through mental, physical, and spiritual health. Can't spend our lives on the wheel of fortune while it's spinning. All we see is a lonely dollar sign. Hearts will roll inside. Something better, I believe.
Now listen,
You can work hard, work your fingers to the bone. But what good is the money when there's no one there to spend it on? And you can push, be at the top of your game. But what good is the top when the loneliness is driving you insane? The only way to achieve true wealth is through mental, physical, and spiritual health. The only true way to love oneself is through mental, physical, and spiritual health. Can't spend our lives on the wheel of fortune while it's spinning. All we see is a lonely dollar sign. Hearts go cold inside. Something better, I believe. Can't spend our lives on the wheel of fortune while it's spinning. All we see is a lonely dollar sign. Hearts go cold inside. Something better, I believe. Yeah, there's something better, I believe. There's something better, I believe. There's something better, I believe.
Friends, the time for mediocrity in broadcasting is over.
My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. Online at TonyJones.org, Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Be sure to go to RIFreeRadio.org. I got to send a big thank you to all the bands that Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 had the opportunity to play with last night, and to the staff at AS220. One of my favorite places to play, and I guess there's been a nasty rumor going around that AS220 is out of business. They are not out of business. They are thriving. Like I said, one of my favorite places to play. We played with the VapoRubs from here in Rhode Island, then Silver Screams from Boston, and a great band called Psychic Dog from Boston. So it was a kind of a Rhode Island meets Boston night at AS220. Fantastic night of punk rock last night. And actually, we're going to hear from the VapoRubs on the program in just a little while. But before that, making his return to the Tony Jones Show for, I want to say either the third or fourth time, because he was with us at WBOB. He was with us on the AM station. He joined us here in this fine facility at one point, and now he's back here on the Tony Jones Show. We have Irp Snerple in studio. Once again, we're going to talk a little bit. We're going to chat. He's going to play some music for you. But remind everybody how you got started in music. And I mean this with all due respect, all those years ago.
Yeah, I did just turn 64, actually, July. So I've been playing since the 60s. I started out as a drummer. And I get interested in music. My mother played guitar, harmonica, yodeled, and all that stuff, a lot of country music. And I started as a drummer, and we played throughout high school almost every night of the week for the last 2 or 3 years. So we had some contracts at Quonset and CV Club. So we were playing at least 5 or 6 nights, sometimes 7 nights a week.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hard to get a night off. Really. Not that it wasn't fun. You know, it's always fun to get paid to have fun.
Right, yeah, especially when it's something you love, you know?
Yes, absolutely. We started to get into original stuff, but just like now, a lot of the money, if you have other things to do, cover tunes. You know?
Yeah.
So, which I'm actually trying to get back into playing drums, looking for pick up some gigs to supplement my income. Which
is a perfect segue, because we have countless musicians that listen to the Tony Jones Show. So if anybody's listening that's into a cover band, or I'm assuming me like a wedding band type situation.
Sure. Yeah. Although the set of drums that I have is a Yamaha electronic, but it's the first set I've ever had that has a volume control. I love it. I can play it anywhere.
So now, all those years ago, it kind of transitioned to now, for folks listening and watching, they can find you online on Facebook, on Twitter, on Music One, on all those. Talk about that a little bit. And the .com website, which is not a lot of bands actually have the .com website.
Really? Actually, I was fortunate. I lost my PleiadianDragon.com website. I wasn't sure when it was due to come up, so I missed the date. But I did some work for a friend of mine, Chepazito Radio, Chepazito Multimedia, Edwin. I was working on his computer and helped him out, so he got me the IrpSnerple.com. So it's just very simple. IrpSnerple.com. Easy to find. And what I'm doing is I've been doing a lot of recording as far as like just instrumental stuff, a lot of it. Haven't done a lot of new material with lyrics, but I've been working on my other skills, drums, bass, and keyboards, and things like that. So there's some things if you look around. In fact, I posted on my Facebook like a little ad about it. And now, you asked me about where I got the name Irp Snerple.
Right, and I know we've talked about it before in the past, but we have a lot of new listeners, and I want to know how Herb Anthony became Irp Snerple.
Yeah, and in fact, I could be in another state, I could be anywhere, and I'll hear somebody yell out, Irp Snerple! And it's like they either knew me from years ago, right, or the name stuck with me anyways. But I was on the road with a band called Spring Water, who became the band Sundance. Who they're really popular now. Again, they just reformed and playing. Well, they used to call me Wired Irp, the man in the sky. Somehow I like the name. Why I like the Irp, and I changed the spelling to IRP. Since it's a proper noun, I can change it. And Snerple, I meditated on that, and I think we were up in a place. It was up near Lake George somewhere playing, and I was out and smoking a little bit of cannabis for creativity,
right,
and for medicine and for sacrament. Of course, it wasn't legal, but it just hit me. Somebody said something like purple, and it come out Snerple. I went, hey, Snerple, I like that. So I added Snerple to Irp. Instead of wired Irp, it's Irp Snerple. Now, since then, I've added something.
And that's the the full name is where people can find you on Facebook. Tell us about the full name.
Well, I come up with the other name, the Pleiadian Dragon. Now, the full name is Irp Snerple, the rabble-rousing Pleiadian Dragon Lion. Now, I have this affinity with the Pleiades star cluster. And since my Chinese zodiac is dragon, and I'm a Leo, so it's Irp Snerple, and I'm a rabble-rouser. I'm definitely a rabble-rouser. Because I am related to Susan B. Anthony, of course, and I take that spark of in my blood, to speak out when I feel it's necessary. And the name has stuck with me, and it's. In fact, I met Carson Daly quite a few years ago now at a family reunion that we had, and I gave him a CD that I had, and he read the name. He says, "What's this, Herb? Your band?" I said, "No, that's my stage name."
Yeah, your alter ego, if you will.
And he looked at it, he goes, "Oh, Herb, genius." But hey, I was never on his show. I never got a chance to play, but I guess he listened to the CD.
Now, for folks checking us out on YouTube Live, or if you've seen Irp Snerple perform live or ran into him out in the community, there's also a certain segment of the population who thinks that you resemble Mr. Benjamin Franklin. Wow. And that definitely kind of dovetails back to the rabble-rousing.
In fact, I'd like to say a quote. Now, it's maybe a paraphrase, but Ben Franklin had a saying that God loved man so much that he gave him beer. Well, God gave man, this is my quote, God loves man and woman so much that he gave us cannabis because he wants us happy and healthy.
And music.
Music, music is so universal. It's the language goes you don't need to communicate with words,
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting to think that, you're into more of the acoustic classic rock stuff. I'm into more punk rock stuff, but genres could be completely different, yet we still have that bond over just music, no matter what the formats of the genres are.
Well, I mean, they say to each his own. I mean, some people prefer sticking with one. I mean, but there are a lot of musicians who, or a lot of, never mind just musicians, anyone. There are people who they like music for what it is. I like anything as long as it's done with taste and it's not negative. I try to stay away from the negative type of music. Not so much the music, the lyrics. And sometimes, I don't even notice why I'm feeling so negative until I read the lyrics. And I go, oh, because, the brain is a very powerful thing. You might not be noticing it, but your brain's noticing it.
Yeah, you might not even pick up on it, and then you realize, what's actually going on the subconscious level.
And music is the wisest way to seek the cosmic consciousness of the soul. That was a quote by Alexander Wellington Cook.
Well, I think that's a perfect segue into you performing live for us. So what do you think?
Good. In fact, I'm going to start with a traditional that people use it. They think it's like my theme song, but it's called "Lost in a Place." in a place. Space. Trace. My path. Lost in a place. Space. Trace. My path. Found myself inside. This plastic bubble. Found myself inside. This plastic bubble of time. I tried to quit so many times. Some people think I can make up my mind. But that's furthest from the truth. That's furthest from the truth. Yeah, that's furthest from the truth. Lost in a place. Space.
You always throw me off for when the ending is right on that.
I changed it up a lot.
Irp Snerple performing live for you right here on the Tony Jones Show. We'll have more with him and from him through the rest of the hour. But before that, at the top of the hour, we heard some VulGarrity, Wheel of Fortune. That's how we kicked off this week's program. And I mentioned that I had the chance to share the stage with the VapoRubs last night. So we're going to have a double shot of the VapoRubs up next. This one is Taking a Beating. You heard it here on the Tony Jones Show.
I used to take such a beating. I did it all for love. I'm busy staring at the ceiling. I couldn't get enough. And I was 6 and she was 7. And it was pretend love. My little slice of heaven. It was never enough. I thought I was high man, but I was dead. At least I learned what the lyrics do. That's drinking, drunk.
Coming out of a double-double of some great local punk rock, we just had two from the Frenzy of Tongs. Kyle, the name of that one. Then before that, probably one of my favorite Frenzy of Tongs songs, we heard Doctor Who. The last time we chatted, I brought you into a double shot of the VapoRubs, who I had the opportunity to share the stage with last night. Tony Jones and the Cretan 3 play down at AS220. Yes, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, AS220 is open. Folks kept asking me, I thought that place was closed. No, as far as I can tell, it's open and it's thriving. We had a double shot of the VapoRubs, Take a Beating, and then Safety Van. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Be sure to go to TonyJones.org and RIFreeRadio.org. We are continuing our test of YouTube Live, so thank you for everybody checking us out there, and checked us out last week. And looks like something we'll continue to do, even though I'm more of a face for radio. I think that even though YouTube Live is in its beta, I think there's a little bit of an interest there. So we'll continue to bring you the best personalities and the best local music through any platform that we can. Irp Snerple in studio with me. I want to talk about influences for Irp Snerple, whether it be bands or bands that you've played in, or more well-known bands. What are your influences as far as you being a musician and still out there doing it after all these years?
I was always fascinated in folk music. In fact, I took part in called a Title I program in elementary school. And Peter, Paul, and Mary came into the school. It was a summertime program, and Peter, Paul, and Mary came in. Bob Seger, not Bob Seger, Pete Seeger. There you go. Well, yeah, it's close, you know. Well, Bob Seger's good too, but no. But so I was really influenced by folk originally, and then when I started playing, we were doing a lot of like monkeys and things, and then Jimi Hendrix hit the scene, and of course he was a big influence. And as far as playing my own style, see, I've gotten so many different comments because I had different styles.
Right.
When I was doing a lot of recording, it was pretty much all improvisation, and it came out the way it came out. And some of my first reviews were like, wow, it's like a magical mystery tour of listening to your album, your first album. It was because they were all different and were kind of like, some of them were spacey. In fact, I have been told more than once that when people listen to some of my songs, they actually get high. It alters their state of consciousness. Put it that way. And maybe because at the time I was very altered in the state of mind when I was recording them, but. I mean, I like blues. I've been trying to get more into blues. But overall, it's the 70s, I guess, had the biggest influence.
Right. And, I mean, it seems, and it's not even, really my thing, but I can appreciate it. Folk music seems to be timeless. I mean, there's folks in their 50s and 60s, and there's folks in college now that are just heavy into folk.
Yes. And, and I had a friend of mine, he passed away a few years ago. He was all into punk for a while. He was really into punk. In fact, he used to go to Babyhead, jump to the pit, and all that stuff. But I like any type of music. It's just that some I prefer over others. That's all. But what was the question? I have a great memory, but sometimes it's short.
We were talking about influences.
Oh yeah, influences. There's things that influence my
not to be
as well.
I was going to say not to be confused with being under the influence.
right. Well, now see, is it actually under the influence or is it on the influence? We used to have this saying in the 70s, or probably maybe they still do, but I don't think too many people drop acid anymore, LSD. But we'd say, hey, are you getting off on that yet? I'm not sure.
And I could see how your music would play into maybe somebody partaking in some psychedelics.
Yes. Matter of fact, I think I will do one of those songs. The first song I wrote was actually about smoking. Kind of about that. That was like I wrote it like 67, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Cool. You want to play that next?
Sure. Yeah. Whenever you're ready.
Performing live for you right here on the Tony Jones Show. We're going to have another one from Irp Snerple.
Ooh. Yeah, sure am. Back in my head in the clouds I travel. With the sun on my back and my head in the clouds I sing. This is my song. I can't go wrong. This is my song. Therefore I can't go wrong. Must not fear. Hear the sizzling, hear the pop. It's just a seed, no need to stop. black. Pass it forth. Light the third, light the fourth. Find the beauty, find the truth. Find the strength, put it to use. I'm a rabble-rousing cowboy from the sky. I'm a rabble-rousing cowboy from the sky, from the sky, from the sky. It's not the things you do, but the things you leave undone. They'll leave you with a heartache at the setting of the sun. No, it's not the things you do, but the things you leave undone. They'll leave you with a heartache at the setting of the sun. At the setting of the sun. Day is done. About a vision I had in the 70s called Oh, I See the Pyramids. Oh, I see the pyramids. This goes out to the magical Unicorn Brigade. That's his favorite song. Oh, I see the pyramids way back in my mind. If I'd never been there, how could these thoughts be mine? I dreamed of many places, and I dreamed I'd met you. I saw the clouds separate, and the lightning bolt came down. With your white beard and long hair, and with your white silk gown, I thought I knew you. I thought I knew your name. Tell me, what's your game? it. I'll give
The one and only Irp Snerple performing live for you right here on the Tony Jones Show. And the only thing I'm consuming behind the board here is bottled water, yet I feel like I was just tripping out during that song. So you are completely correct. I was transformed during that performance. The live music continues now. The local music continues now, I should say, right here on the Tony Jones Show. We're going to hear one from one of my favorites. And speaking of folk music, he kind of transcends folk and country and punk rock. We're going to hear from Jonee Earthquake up next. This track is I Feared for My Life. You heard here on the Tony Jones Show.
But the paycheck is great, and I fear for my life. There are people who rob, murder, and rape, and I fear for my life. This ain't no Andy Griffith, ain't no Barney Fife, where every flip phone looks like a knife. What will become of my kids and my wife if I should pay the price? I fear for my life. Well, the good and the bad all start to look the same. I feared for my life. I feel like I'm trapped in a bad video game. I feared for my life. I've been watching too much Walking Dead. You gotta shoot those bastards in the head. It's better off them than me instead. That pays the final price. I feared for my life. Well, you never know what's behind that door. I feared for my life, so I sprayed her with bullets just to make sure. I feared for my life. I offered up my
Halfway to Hell, the name of that one, coming out of 2 from the McGunks right here on the Tony Jones Show. Before that, Bad Decisions. Last time we chatted, I brought you into one of my favorites. We heard from the Jonee Earthquake band, I Feared for My Life, the name of that track. You were tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, online at tonyjones.org, facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. We're on the almighty Twitter at Tony Jones in RI. Be sure to check out rifreeradio.org and check us out on YouTube Live. And I got to mention real quick before we get back to our in-studio guest, Mr. Irp Snerple. If you go to rifreeradio.org or tonyjones.org, you click on the contact page. That's where you can get us your music, and also that's where you can be just like Irp Snerple, and you can be here in studio with us. And unfortunately, we're starting to run out of time, so I want to have the opportunity to hear, I guess, Irp Snerple has some fresh new music for us. But before we get to your live performance, remind everybody how they get a hold of you online, and also for, as we mentioned at the top of the hour, countless musicians listen to this show, and Irp is looking to play drums and get into a cover band, wedding band type situation. So if there's anybody out there interested, let everybody know how they get a hold of you.
Okay, well, my email address is Mr. MR, of course, period, IRP, period, Snerple, SNERPLE.
Now, that one you have to spell out.
Yeah, yes, because I had a friend of mine I knew for years used to say, "Hey, Smurf." That was close, but it's Mr. Irp Snerple at Gmail. And there's no dot after the Snerple.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Facebook.com/Irp Snerple. That's my regular page. I have the 2 music pages. I don't know the actual address for those, but you can get to it.
Or if you just start typing in Irp Snerple.
Oh, you know what? If you Google, because Google has so much information, I've put my name in. I put Irp Snerple. I mean, I get pages and pages of stuff that I posted.
And I found out, after following for years, I found out tonight for the first time that you're also on Twitter at Irp_Snerple.
Yes.
I did not know that. I just learned that minutes ago.
Within minutes. And see, you're never too old to learn, see?
Right? Exact. You know, real quick, because I want to get to your performance, but as someone that's been playing music for years and years, what advice would you give to a new band coming up, or, you know, a younger person that's just getting interested in music and maybe they want to kind of break into what's going on?
First of all, don't get discouraged. Don't go into it right away. You want to be a rock star,
right?
You know, be a musician. Enjoy the music. My favorite thing is seeing the reaction of the people. When you get a reaction, you know, and the more people that I perform for, I feel more comfortable,
right?
And they play better. But you know, just don't get ahead of yourself and practice. You know, which I didn't. To be honest with you, in the '60s and '70s, I didn't practice. I was a drummer. Everything came natural.
Yeah, it's rough to practice the drums. I mean, it's not like you can sitting watching TV and playing on the kit.
With my Yamaha set, I can do that now with headphones. But I mean, you know, the thing is, if you have it natural, you can feel the changes.
Yeah.
I mean, I've sat in with bands that with songs I'd never heard before, and I got the changes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I would say, you know, keep at it and keep a positive attitude. You know, and don't go just for the money. That'll come.
Right.
You know, promotion.
And more importantly, or in my humble opinion, is have fun.
Well, yeah. If you can't have it, it becomes another job if you're not having fun.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I was working for too many years. You know, now I'm just going to enjoy life.
Yeah.
Whatever left, like time I got left.
I remember the juxtaposition. I mean, I've had the personal experience of just playing a killer show, and you know, leaving Boston at 2:00 in the morning, and then having to be at work at 6:00 in the morning, and the juxtaposition of being at your crappy job mere hours after you just played a killer show. Well, you know, it's brutal.
Reminds me, in high school, we'd leave, you know, early evening. We'd go set the stuff up, do sound check. We get out of there at 1:00, pack up the stuff. I get home and I drank a lot back then. You know, this is before I was old enough, but. I mean, I'd be drunk as a skunk, and I'd be the designated drunk driver because I could do it, right? And in fact, I got home some nights, and I wake up the next day, and we keep the van outside, and I check. Okay, I guess I got home already. The van's there, and I'd have to get up and go to school. I was so messed up when I got into school. I took a few sips out of the water fountain, or bubbler, or we called it.
Bubbler.
And I would start feeling the alcohol over again. So I don't know how I graduated.
At that point, you might as well just like drive the van straight to the school parking lot and go to school.
Yeah. You know what? We hardly ever locked this stuff back then.
Yeah.
It was a different world.
Yep.
So, could I do this this one tune here?
Definitely.
It's the first time I've ever done this song. It's my friend Larry Marshall, or should I say, sorry. His stage name is the Magical Unicorn Brigade. I love it. But it's called Alchemy. It's a very good song. I hope I don't botch it up, Larry. But I'll do my best. I've been rehearsing it since yesterday. It's called Alchemy. Ready? Alchemy helps me get through these times. The haziness of my life, the sun behind the sun is man. He lights the divine spark with his hand. Alchemy. A dirt pike is thrown, helmet and a boot on the ground. He never knew the speed of the highway in his veins. He smashes the hammer of the throttle to his veins. Brain out of me, a spider's life. Line to line, out tonight. He captures and teletransports before your eyes. Went to another timeline. Alchemy, a transhuman tower. Consolidates their power. The human batteries down below don't know where their energy goes. Alchemy, a philosopher's stone. Some men want to turn base metal into gold. Take the mercury elemental. Alchemy, an artist's plight. Dreams propaganda, truth tonight. Brush strokes turn to turpentine eyes. Spark with his hand. Thank you.
Irp Snerple performing live for you right here on the Tony Jones Show. Thank you again, man. You've been a great friend of the show over the years, and
You're my favorite DJ.
constantly putting out great new stuff. So let that be a lesson to everybody out there. Just keep doing it, right? Just keep doing it. And with that, we're just about out of time. Be sure to go to facebook.com/Tony Jones Show, TonyJones.org, on the almighty Twitter, @TonyJonesInRI. Be sure to go to RIFreeRadio.org. And be sure to check us out each and every week right here on the Tony Jones Show. We're going to leave you with a little Feng Shui Police to bring you out of this week's Tony Jones Show. This track is Steps. Thanks again. Bye, everybody. Bye.
I just wanna think about my life.
wanna stay in here all night. Don't care what it's like. Things you said ring in my head. Never, never close to him. Fall in and say it again. Tell me that you wanted him. 1, 2, 4. You won't look me in the eye no more. I just wanna kiss it all away. But your cuts like mine, they tend to see me. I just can't know. All I really wanna do is go. I just wanna find somewhere, somewhere, somewhere. You still wanna go with me. I'm so sorry. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't wanna know. You're gonna break my heart, and 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 you're gonna break my heart, you're gonna break my heart, and you're gonna break my heart, and you're gonna break my heart, you're gonna break my heart, you're gonna break my heart, you're gonna leave.